The rain was hammering relentlessly on the roof of Herschel's cafe as he growled at his notebook for perhaps the 1000th time. The clock hanging above the kitchen door ticked dangerously close to 2 a.m. Thunder suddenly shook the air as lightning shot across the night sky. Herschel jumped back and groaned, his back creaking from sitting and scribbling at papers all day. The ringing in his ears faded after a moment. His frustration, on the other hand, was still boiling angrily in his tired mind as he read over what he wrote. Herschel thought writing things out would help sort out his thoughts. There was no easy way to confess everything to Sissel. Surprise! I'm actually your uncle! Also, I kinda indirectly killed your mom and destroyed your chances at decent childhood, so sorry about that! Herschel scowled and tore out yet another page from his note before tossing it bitterly into the growing pile of crumpled paper in the trash can. There's really nothing he can do to soften the blow of his confession, is there? He didn't want to hurt Sissel, but John was right. The longer he waited to tell him, the more painful it'll be. But still, he didn't want to drive Sissel away. Herschel sighed. He felt so empty after Cecilia's death. The last of his family, gone. Despite the slim chances, he had tried to hire people and private investigators to help find her missing child, with no results. After many years, he's mostly given up. Herschel had half-heartedly used the competition prize money he won to build his cafe, Cecilia's dream cafe. The two of them had talked and daydreamed countless times about opening up a cafe of their own. Now here it was, empty, with only Herschel left. The cafe ran relatively successfully. The regulars here seemed to love it, but there was that constant haunting thought in the back of Herschel's mind, wishing his sister was here to enjoy the success with him. And the reason she wasn't here anymore was because of him. He really was worthless without her. Under the clap of thunder shook him out of his stupor. Herschel growled and crumpled up another chunk of notepad paper. He hadn't even written anything at that point. He really shouldn't be left alone to his own thoughts. Holy crap! Suddenly a metallic crash shook the cafe walls outside. Herschel jumped onto his feet. What the fresh hell? I like the expression, but yo, really? Herschel rushed outside into the rain to find Sissel and John laughing hysterically under an upturned shopping cart. They were both caked in mud and rain and looked like they were having the time of their lives. So, how did your date go? We burned the place down. Appropriate use of that facial expression. Herschel stared. You're, speaking figuratively, right? Nah, it was literal and really fun. Especially the part with the wasps. There were wasps! And then we decided to ditch the place and come here since the cafe's way cooler than some snobby restaurant. We were too lazy to walk, so we stole a shopping cart and scooted here instead. Herschel eyed the upturned shopping cart in mud, its wheels still spinning lamely in the rain. You'll race the shopping cart down the street in this weather? That's just asking for trouble. Hey, a date's not complete without a little danger and thrill. Weren't the fire and wasps thrilling enough? Herschel laughed and shook his head in exasperation. Kids these days, dates are supposed to be fun, simple, and exciting. How do you know? Weren't you single your whole life? Well, excuse you! Ahem! Herschel coughed loudly. Wow, it's raining dogs and cats out here. Oh, young'uns better come inside before you catch a cold. Are you hungry at all? Not sure if a burning restaurant serves good food like they are if they're on fire. We wouldn't want to wander intrude. Sissel and my stomach simultaneously let out a loud growl. We looked at each other sheepishly. Herschel let out a jovial laugh and ushered the two of us towards the cafe door. Food it is, then. I'll whip up something right for you, right? Something right up for you, kids. Why don't you both stay tonight here? Wouldn't want to send your youngins out into the rain again. We don't want it to be a bother. If I thought it was going to be a bother, I wouldn't have offered. You can always make yourself at home in my place, sis. Sissel felt silent, but surprised and moved by Herschel's hospitality. Showers upstairs. Y'all both filthy. Go clean yourselves up. Food should be ready in a jiffy. This'll be this perfect way to end your little night. All right, if you say so. Here we are. Sissel and I were ushered into a familiar second floor of Herschel's cafe. The place was small, but still cozy, with its well-furnished bathroom, bedroom, and a guest room. I felt a familiar bittersweet tinge in my chest. In the previous timeline, this cozy place burned to ashes, along with the rest of Herschel's cafe. We finished showering and grabbed a change of clothes before stumbling downstairs. Herschel greeted us with a jovial grin while standing over a sea of food spread across the cafe tables. Finally, what took you two so long? Food's all ready. Make yourselves at home. Sissel and I stared. The rich, salty smell of a home-cooked meal wafted through the room. Buttery shepherd's pie, spiced green beans, and a massive mix of fried potatoes and cheese that would make the nutritionist faint. Our stomach growled as we hesitantly sat down. This is all for us? Isn't it a little too much? Nonsense! What's with all the formalities, sis? Are you gonna refuse after I went to all the trouble of make cooking for you? Hurry up and dig in! Sissel and I exchanged warm, grateful glances before helping ourselves to some pie. Herschel's cooking was no five-star restaurant food, but something about the way Herschel grinned as we stuffed ourselves made the meal even more delicious. Damn, this is really good! And here I thought you only knew how to cook pastries and stuff. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents. Sissel's ears perked up when he noticed something on a nearby shelf of the cafe. Oh, hey, you hung up the trophy I won. Sure enough, a little golden cup with a plaque reading Regional Culinary Championships Sissel blank stood proudly where everyone in the cafe could see. Next to it was a small number 2 ribbon, also labeled with Sissel's name. There was a large dent in the metal label, as though someone had smacked it out of the judge's hand with a chair or something. There it is. I was wondering where that trophy went. Sissel scratched his head sheepishly. I kinda handed it off to boss when I was getting too grabby with it. Felt kinda gross, honestly. I figured boss could use it as free advertising for the cafe instead. They're letting me keep the number 2 ribbon too, so I guess I kinda won twice. I'll say, the cafe regulars have been yammering non-stop about your winning, sis. You should be proud. Sissel grew a bit pink and shoveled another scoop of mashed potatoes into his mouth. Really? Everyone's excited to see how you'll do in the national championships next week. I, for one, can't wait to see you whoop some ass on the national television. God, don't even mention that right now. I can already see myself messing up or doing something stupid for the entire country to see. Hey now, stay confident, sis. With how cool-headed you were on today. Whatever. I'm sure you'll do fine. You've always been such a good pastry chef. Sissel took an awkward sip of tea, hiding his face behind his mug. Not really. Remember that time I practically burned the cafe down? Yeesh! Oh, that! That was years ago, sis. No sense of worrying about stuff like that. My ears twitched and I glanced between the two of them nervously. Burned down? There was an awful sense of deja vu crawling up my spine. Herschel laughed and waved his hand dismissively. It was nothing, really. When I first started teaching Sis, he was a real fiery kid. Got real drive and ambition. Tried hard to impress me and all that good pish. He just stumbled a little on the way, is all. Sissel stared down at the kitchen table quietly. I wanted to thank Boss for helping me out so much. So one night, on his birthday, I tried to surprise him by baking a cake. But it was real late at night, and I got careless and tired, and so, I ended up leaving the oven on and falling asleep. I was so damn stupid. Herschel let out a jovial laugh and slapped Sissel on the back, almost sending his face into a bowl of mashed potatoes. What did I say about beating yourself up over dumb stuff back in the day? Stop worrying your little tail off. What's done is done. But you had to rebuild half the cafe. You had to sell your house just to keep the place afloat. And I turned a cafe attic into the coolest and coziest little living space this side of the city. I don't even have to drive to work anymore. Pretty convenient, right? But what about all the debt and stuff? I was already in debt. A little more ain't gonna kill me. If you're still wondering why I still kept you around, it's 'cause you were a good kid trying his damnedest when the world dealt you a shit hand. Sis, you got this whole thing where you're like, oh, I don't deserve good stuff from people. So let me just stop you right there. The fact is, you've made me a damn happy boss these past few years. Never regretted to have you around, not even once. Herschel chugged a mug of hot chocolate and waved at the rest of the food at the table. Anyways, enough of this mushy, sad shite. We got food to fuck. I skipped it. Food to fuck. Food to eat and winnings to celebrate. There we go. Despite his guilty frown, there was a small smile on Sissel's face Despite his guilty frown, there was a small smile on Sissel's face that he tried to in beneath more mashed potatoes. I'm thinking there's a few words missing there. As we continued wolfing down non-very legal seafood's food, something caught my eye. In the corner of my eye was a small trash can filled to the brim with crumpled up paper. Despite his relaxed smile, there was still a tinge of tension on Herschel's brow. He must have spent all day coming up with ways, to explain himself to Sissel. Eventually, he'll have to confess. His warm peace in the cafe won't last forever. Yeesh. Soon, all that was left of our meal were empty plates. As we cleaned up all the dishes and prepared to retreat to bed, Sissel pulled Herschel aside with a sheepish smile. Hey, listen, boss. Thanks for letting us crash here for the night. And all the food. You're really the best boss a guy could ask for. Herschel's face softened and he ruffled Sissel's hair fondly. Anytime, sis. You can come to me for anything at all. I've got your back, always. A sense of warmth flushed through Sissel. Someone to come home to. It was an unfamiliar feeling, but it was nice. Also, since you're rooming with your boy tonight, Herschel leaned close with a sly grin and whispered, there's lube. Why the fuck would you say that? There's lube in the bottom drawer if you need it. Jesus, tits, boss! I'm just saying it's the night of your first date. If you see an opportunity, best to take it, sis. Herschel winked and disappeared down the hall, leaving a furiously red Sissel spluttering after him. That piece of shit! Oh my god, is this actually happening? Is it? I sighed as I stripped down to my boxers and sank down into the soft, warm bed. It's been such a long day. My whole body feels like blubber from exhaustion. But on the inside, my chest felt all warm and bubbly. I could still feel the ghost of Sissel's kiss on my lips, the way he pulled me closer and held me tight. I laughed madly to myself and buried my face under the covers. It had definitely been an interesting night. John, you still up? The door slowly creaked open and Sissel awkwardly tiptoed inside like a guilty child. He glanced at my clothes tossed haphazardly on the floor and his face flushed even redder. I practically melted into the bed at this point. You gonna join me? Well, there aren't any other beds in here, so if you don't mind sharing. I chuckled and patted the empty bed space next to me. You made out with me in the rain where everyone could see and you're still embarrassed. Of course we're gonna share the bed. Hurry up and get over here. Sizzle coughed and glanced between me and the sheets. You're wearing something underneath there, right? I'm wearing boxers, but that could always change later. If Sissel's face got any redder, he might start glowing in the dark. I mean, I wouldn't mind if He inched closer to the bed while fidgeting in the hem of his shirt. His shirt soon jolted the rest of my clothes on the floor of the room. Sissel sat on the bed and stare at me shyly. I got a feeling that there was a little bit of emotion going on in the author's head while writing this. Oh my. That was a really nice kiss earlier. It felt nice. Sissel laughed and scratched the back of his head awkwardly. God, how are you supposed to ask this? The thing is, I was wondering, do you want to do something a little more before we get some sleep? I stared up at Sissel's bashful, blushing face, a wide grin growing across my own. Throwing off some of the sheets, I crawled across the bed and slowly leaned closer to him. Our noses barely touching, our warm, shy breathes tickling each other's faces. If you're asking if I want to bang, the answer's a definite yes. Really? Just like that? I thought people were supposed to ask with a bunch of flowery language and teasing and I laughed before cutting him off with a light kiss. Our tongues danced against each other for several moments before we broke apart breathlessly. I licked my lips hungrily. Listen, sis. Next time you're feeling horny, just say, hey, let's fuck, and we can get right to the fun part. No need to be shy here. Sissel grew a little braver, his hand slowly roaming across my naked back. If you say so. God, why are you so cute? I, honestly don't know where to even start. His ears drooped shyly. I laughed and gently ran my hands down his bare chest, gently caressing every inch. I'll take the lead. Just do what feels right and enjoy yourself. Oh! The YouTube option. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. I can't narrate this scene on YouTube. It's not gonna happen. And I have absolutely zero fucking interest in censoring my speech. I'm still gonna swear no matter what fucking monetization. I don't give a shit at this point. But you can get kicked off for adult content. You can just get demonetized and age restricted if you swear too much or whatever. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the scene, tell you what happens, not in any extent of whatever, but I can't show it. So there are playthroughs that are made by people with way more of a backbone or are more stupid, whatever, who feel like they can just get away with it, and for a time they probably will. And there are also people who do upload on Pornhub and places. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put up a big ol' censor picture, and Strawberry is going to protect me from any and all YouTube related backlash. Alright, I'll see you on the other side. Oh, you fucking asshole, really? Okay, I'm gonna pop back on screen. Okay, so here's the thing. Whoa, oh shit, here's the thing about what just happened. And this fucking is going to bite me in the ass at some point. This is the reason why I can't stream this shit, because it says to be continued, right? Well, the previous fucking screen is boom. Let me show you. You got a little Sissel, and it just, you keep going, and there's more Sissel. He's fucking naked, okay? And so, because of that shit, that means next time I load up this fucking save file, it's gonna fucking just pop me right in there, and it's gonna catch me off guard. I'm not gonna remember that it starts off with Sissel dick just flopping out there, so how am I supposed to fucking know? Still links to his Fur Affinity page. So to give a brief recap of what happened, it was your standard fare, blowjob, face fucking, actual fucking. It was nice, it was sweet, but Jesus. I don't know what it is. Just, you know what? I'm not in a position to say anything. Just read through the scene yourself, and if you like what you see, all the more power to you. That's all I'm going to say. So that is the full update so far for Repeat. Which update is that? It's 0.6.8. That's the one I just finished here. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Repeat. I have been me, and you have been you, hopefully. All we can do is that. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the Trained Unprofessional, saying, it's a mug. It's a mug.